Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bulldog Show. I'm Darrell Allen, along with Thomasville High School head football coach Jonathan DeLay. Coach Dawgs coming off a 41-12 senior night victory last Friday night over the Dougherty County Trojans. Over 400 yards of total offense, 300 of that on the ground. Good night running the ball.
Yeah, it was a great night running the ball. I thought all three phases of the game that we played pretty well: offense, defense, special teams. We had something explosive in all three phases. But really pleased to see how we ran the ball. It's been a while since we've run it for three bills, and anytime you do that, that's special. Running backs, offensive line, tight ends. They really did a great job the other night.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned the offensive line. They've worked hard all year trying to get to be what they need to be, and Friday night they came through.
Yeah, I mean they did it. They did it. They've done a great job this year. It's just been about finding that group of five that'll go and get that job done. And that group the other night, they played really well. We had a 100-yard back. Leland ran for 100, and then you look at Ant and EJ; they both over 60, and then Cam had some big runs as well. So, really using all facets of the run game. And what's so fun to watch is all those guys have different running styles, and there's plays that some are better at than others, and how they get in and out of cuts and things. And it showed the other night, and we were able to have Fresh back in there all the time and make some real explosive plays in the run game.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned Leland Chapman, 9 carries for 113 yards and a touchdown, 48-yard run, a really good run.
Oh, yeah, it was a really good run. Made a good cut there at the end. If you watch the end of the clip, Cole's running down there. He pushes him in the end zone. But up front is where it started. We really just followed our rules, gap down backer, pulled around. Actually pulled around for nobody because we had washed it down so well. But, no, it was a good night for him. Good night for the offense in general, scoring 41 points.
Right. Cole Shaw, Coach, two catches for 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. The catches were great, but the run after the catches were really great.
Yeah, they were, and that's, people sometimes misjudge his speed. He can run. We've said it on here a lot. Cam did a good job getting in a spot where Cole can make a play, and he went and made 2 big plays for us.
Our coach over on defense, Keyshawn Jordan, 13 tackles, 2 sacks. Ra McCoy with 4 sacks. Joe Douglas with 11 tackles. Again, a lot of Bulldogs contributing.
Yeah, I thought we were flying around the other night on defense, really getting a bunch of hats to the ball. Keyshawn, Coach Fred brought the stats in Sunday. I was like, wow, he had that many tackles. And then Ra with 4 sacks. You get some guys, they'll go through their whole season, won't have 4 sacks. He had 4 in one night. He's playing really well. I thought our defensive line did a really good job. We're moving them around. They never ran right down the middle of anybody. They're running down the edges. Ra has sacks, but then he also, he plays screens as well. Mm-hmm. So that's where feeling the game and understanding, doing your fundamentals makes a big difference.
And, Coach, maybe as big a play as we had in the ball game might have been the blunt pop by Trip Gable.
Yeah, Trip coming through there, blocking the punt, just a sheer effort play. They've done a good job of squeezing the middle. He continues to do his job, and he gets the ball at the punter's foot. And that was huge. It was 7-6 at the time. We really started real slow on offense. Defense was keeping us in it. And, we'd had a couple of turnovers, and then right there we've got them backed up. Trip blocks the punt. Next play, Levante punches it in, and now it's on. Defense gets a 3 and out. Cole gets the next scores 21-6 going in the half. Defense comes out, stones them, and then we go right down the field and score. And that was big. And then Leland's run really put the nail in the coffin. And then there at the end, we're in 4-minute offense and able to push it down the field, eat some clock, and then punch it in there at the end and get some young guys in late. It was one of those nights where, we had 2 one-play drives on offense. And then we had drives where, we're maintaining a drive all the way down the field. Then defensively, we had some 3 and outs, but then we gave up, a first down here or there, and we bowed our neck and made big plays. The 1 touchdown they scored early in the game, that was off a turnover. And they, just wasn't any scheme kind of thing. They just threw a go ball, and, that happens in high school football sometimes. Got through a great ball. I felt like we were in pretty good position. He just put it in a spot where only his guy could get it, and he went and got it. So, I was very pleased with how we played. There's some things we needed to clean up, a couple pre-snap penalty issues that we got to clean up. But, looking forward to another chance this week to go 1-0.
All right, Coach, you and I have talked about a lot of people today already. Could have talked about that many more. We
Oh,
talked about what happened Friday night. And that's kind of what you've talked about all year. We need everybody contributing, everybody doing their job.
Yeah, everybody's got a job, a role on the team, and it's important. You know, this week I joked with the kids, we gave out a ton of Beast Mode shirts on Sunday, and even one to a scout team guy, Isaiah Jones. He gives us a great look every week. He's kind of the leader of that scout team back there in the secondary. But everybody's got a role that they've got to do, and when everybody does their job and does it well and goes and makes plays, you get the results like last Friday night.
All right, Coach. Well, let's jump into the highlights, and again another good night for football.
Man, it was a beautiful night. No rain. That was awesome. You know, we hadn't played a game in a few weeks without the rain. Opening kickoff right here. We were trying to go back to the field. We about squirted it right there. We're one guy away from popping that first play of the game. Handed off to Leland. Great run right here. Kind of springboards the night. You know, starts it off right, establishing, hey, we're going to run the football. Get it out to Ant. Ant makes a great cut right there. You know, Ant, he gets up in there, he gets lost, and you know, he just makes plays. It's a good job here by Cam. You know, he avoided the sack right there. I know it's a third down and it's a gain of 0, but avoid the sack, take the throw right there. Now we can punt it, pin him. I'd really like to get this ball back right here when he muffs it, because we've got 7 guys around the ball and they've got 3, so mathematically we should get it, but we didn't, and here comes the defense to work now. I'm telling you, we were flying around, striking people. Even, you know, right there, you know, we got guys running to the football, and big sack right there by Keyshawn, first third down of the night. Then here we come, punt block team. You know, we get a little pressure. He kind of shanks it a little bit. He gets a good roll out of it. But now we've got the ball, again, around the 50, you know, so we're up there close. We start again this drive with the same thing we started first play of the game. Because it was good, you got to come back to it. And Leland with another great run right there on first down. Third down right here, we get to this pinch. And this is one Cam and I talked about this weekend, you know. This is where you see kids grow, like right there, you know. Cam throws it, and, you know, maybe 9 times out of 10, Nigel catches it. He didn't catch that one. I want to see Cam go to him and say, hey, man, you know, I'm going to get it in a better spot. And I want to see Nigel say, hey, I'm going to catch it for you, Cam. And that's what you, as we grow, that's the things that I've seen this week with the kids. You know, they're growing to understand that, hey, we all need each other, and that's what it takes to go win. Right there, great job by the defense standing right there, and then we come out next play, throw it to Cole. He breaks 2 tackles, and then outruns them all to the end zone. And that's a good start offensively to get us on the board, because we'd had some good plays up to that point, but now, you know, now we've got a good play that scores.
Finished it.
Yeah, finishing it. That's right. So we get in the second quarter right here. And again, defense, here's a 4th down stop. You know, even if he stays on his feet right there, you know, we get him on the ground. This one right here, kind of unlucky. You know, guy gets around the corner, Cam's going to throw it, and hits his arm, and it falls right in the arms of the D lineman. And the quarterback makes a great throw right here. I mean, there's one of 2 things going to happen. His guy's going to catch her, it's going to be incomplete. But then right here, we steal points from them. Okay, we work a fire call every week. They fired it, and we were there to make the play. Kick return, Messiah gets us up past the 25. We end up having to punt right here. Andrew hits a good one. I believe this one went about 52. He punted 3 times, 2 of them he got down there inside the 20. So those are big punts for us, big field position changers for us. Right here, you know, I'm not sure that they were in the right spot. It looked like they had 2 guys in the same spot, but they were able to make the catch. Kiff Parrish made a great play right there, tipped that ball, and then there's Trips, blocked punt. Sets us up in great scoring position right here. Here he comes. You can just see he just fights through that A-gap right there, and then watch it hits him right in the face mask. Bang! Knocks his helmet. That's a great job, though, getting through. He was trying to get that right hand low and late, and then we handed it off to Vontae. EJ with a great block right there in the hole. Then Vontae makes the guy that's unaccounted for miss. You know, EJ comes right through here and strokes the linebacker. Vontae's one-on-one with number 7 right there. Uses his weapon to swipe it off.
Boy,
Coach, he goes and scores.
Special teams points. You feel like you almost stole them.
Yeah, I mean, that's 7 points we got from him, because the stop on the PAT and then the block punt right there led to 6. So that's 7 points you get right there. one of their biggest plays of the night right here, but we get him on the ground. Because if he scores right there, they got a chance to make it 14-14. All right, but then defense bows their neck. We get an intentional grounding, and then we get another screen. I believe that's Kiff right there to play it. And here we are again getting pressure on the quarterback. There's Ra getting one of his sacks for the night right there. We make them punt it again. They do a little bit better job protecting. This was a good job by Messiah. He had his heels on the 10, backed up to the 6 to catch it. Nobody around. He gets us out to about the 13, and then we're able to start pushing the ball down the field. It's a good run right there on first down by Leland. Come right back to it. Again, another 2-yard run right there. And again, here comes Ant. Get it to third down. Snap it directly to the back. Get a first down right there. Big first down conversion. Then we go pushing the pile. One of my favorite parts is when we push the pile. Cam right there, he felt like he had the RPO. The linebacker dropped under it, so he just pulled it down and went. And then right here, Cole, makes a great catch. Then to stay in bounds and then to go score. That's a huge play right there, putting us up 21-6 right there before the half. You notice, too, we've got the nice new kicking nets back there behind the Jackson Street end. So
yeah, we do.
Those are stadiums coming along. They've poured the footers for the field house, and it's coming right up.
And the New Jerseys.
Yeah, these were New Jerseys Friday night. They're a little bit. It's the same classic look, a little different cut in the jersey, tighter like the kids like them. I put one on. There's not a picture of it, but it's there's something now. They're skin tight. Defensively, though, right here before the half, trying to steal a possession. Again, there's Tripp. He breaks free again. If the guy tries to punt it, we block it again. We just didn't do a great job of keeping our lanes outside there, and he's able to break free. However, the defense comes out, bows their necks for this minute 7, keeps them off the board right before halftime. Coming out in the third quarter right here, we got a kickoff. I thought our kickoff unit did a great job. We got guys getting down the field unblocked all night. Jeremiah Humbert right there did a great job avoiding, stacking his guy, then going and making a play. And then, again, defensively, Landon's going to pick one of those off this year and take it to the house. It's about 3 or 4 times that's happened. There's Keyshawn with a big hit right there. Back to third down, and we get another sack. I think that was probably Ra. And then right back to it offensively, Cam, a little zone read right here. In crashes on Vontae. Cam pulls it. Gets a big gain for us there on first down. Come right back to the same play. Hands it off to Vontae, who gets about 3.5, 4 yards. And we go to Leland. And then right here, we got a throw called. 22 was good for them coming off the edge. That's a great job by Cam navigating the pocket and then just being fast, and not going down on first contact. And that's a big play run for him. He's got 2 hands on the ball in the pocket, and then he goes straight to the tuck. They were in man, and they don't have somebody to account for the quarterback, so there's a lot of space to run. Does a good job there of not going down and securing the ball, and we got another touchdown.
Good job of running through tackles.
Yeah, I mean that's what you got to do, and that was really a good night for him to run the ball. Just doing some things that we haven't really asked him to do all year. He hasn't had to do all year, but they gave them to us in this game. And when they give you certain things, you have to take them, and that's what good teams do. Defensively, we're just flying around all over the place. I mean, we got red shirts, red hats all around the football. And when they get there, there's a lot of bad intentions. I mean, even there, we're nailing the quarterback, throws the ball 4 yards out of bounds. I mean, those are things that you want to see. Make them punt again, go with our 2-returner look, punts it way out of bounds. We're not able to get a return here. And here we come again defensively. Quarterback pulls it. We got pressure on him. We get him in the backfield. 3rd and long. Swing it out. We break on the ball. A lot of hats to the ball. Big licks right there. Force another punt. Again, we're getting pressure, and that thing comes out super low. Actually ends up working out for them because they get it all the way down here inside the 10. But probably the scariest moment of the night right there. We missed a guy in our protection and about had one blocked. Luckily, Andrew was able to get it off, and able to avoid a little bit of disaster right there. But again, we're just making them throw it short, rally into the football. Then right here, Keyshawn with a great play, and then Junior right here makes a great play on 4th down. Good 4th down stop. And then here we go. Here comes Leland. One play. Makes a great move right there. 2 great moves to cut it back. And there's Cole to lead him in the end zone, push him in the end zone, however you want to say it.
Got there. Coach.
But yeah, he got there. But again, you look up front. I mean, that's just movement right there. I think you and I could have got a yard in there.
Maybe you, Coach. I don't know.
I don't know, Darrell. Probably. Maybe Jim. He was the track guy.
He could have done it.
He was the track guy. So, but yeah, that was a great job up front. And then Leland, great job right there, keeping that ball high and tight. Cole about tackled him. And then another extra point right there by Colby. Colby kicked the ball well off. His kickoffs the last 2 weeks is really hang time and placement have been really good. We kick this one over to the right, do a good job squeezing it down right there. Going into the 4th quarter, scores 35-6 as we enter. And then on this drive right here, there's about 8 minutes left in the game, and all we're trying to do is just try to eat some clock, run the ball, eat some clock. And that's what we did. We got guys pulling around right here on counter. Vontae does a good job setting it up, then getting north as Palacios and Hunter came around. And then we just put our 2 backs in the game, snap it to them, and let's go. We're in the red zone. It's time to go make your money right there. EJ with some good runs right here. Leland had a great block right there. It gives us a little pressure off the backside. We don't panic, though. It's just 1st down right there. 2nd down, snap it to Ant right there. Vontae's leading him up in there, and then next play, same thing. Snap to Ant. Vontae leads it up in there. Ant makes a good cut, and we're in the end zone. So we cut, we chewed up about 4 minutes right there off the clock. A little short kickoff this time, back to the left. I think he mishit that one just a hair. It's a good job tackling to get him on the ground. We're able to get some young guys in the ball game. Had a fumble right there. It's so funny sometimes how when fumbles happen, they just bounce right up to guys.
That's when things are going good.
I
Coach.
know. But, I mean, we're making some really good plays with our younger guys. They get us on the edge here in just a moment. But, I love the way they're still flying around to the football. You can see us, just running from the backside. I believe that was Jalen Thurman right there from the backside. Then they hit us on the little outside zone stretch play. But, 41-12, I'll take that. That was a big win, and that secured us a spot in the playoffs. So,
right.
Win this week. We're the 2 seed. If it doesn't go that way, there's going to be a 3-way tie for second. We'll have to see how that shakes out. But the biggest thing is we control what we can control, and that's going and winning the football game. And that's what we're going to try to do.
All right, Coach, playing with confidence. I think about Rara. I remember earlier in the year, you and I were here at the show talking about, we need to talk about Rara a little bit. We hadn't said anything about it. Now we can talk about him every week. He's playing with such a high level of confidence.
Yeah, he's one of those kids that in the spring changed positions from linebacker down to D-line, and he's making plays. He's producing down there, and that's the
same could be said for the offensive line last Friday night.
Same thing. We got a bunch of. They're not young anymore, but early in the year they were young, and now they're understanding. Hey, this is how we got to play. We're 9 games in with 6 games to go, and that's the mindset that you've got to have. You're on that downhill side of the season where you should be playing your best football and continuing to get better to where you're going to play your absolute best in the final game. But those are things that we're seeing out of these guys, that are coming along and really playing. The offensive line, heck, the running backs. It seems like every week it's a new one, it's a different one that has that big breakout game, and then you got your guys getting their 7-8 touches for 60 yards. Well, you're averaging a pretty good clip there. We averaged a little over 9 yards a play offensively in general, and that's big. When you're almost getting a first down every play, that makes it better for you. The biggest thing the other night, why we weren't really having to pass the ball, is because we were winning first down.
Right.
When you're getting 5, 6, 7 yards a clip or a first down on first down, that makes it easier for you to make those first downs in the second medium and the third medium range, and that's where we were getting some wins, and it was helping our production, so to speak.
Coach, you talk a lot about believing in each other and helping each other,
Mm-hmm.
and we're seeing a lot of that as this team. And this is a time of the year when you got to see.
Oh
it.
yeah, Yeah. We talked last week with the kids about, what's a symbiotic relationship? Well, everybody's got a role, and we need everybody. Everybody needs everybody to go and do something special. And that's what we're seeing right here, because even on, early in the game, we weren't playing well offensively, and the defense is keeping us in the game. The special teams is keeping us in the game. Then the special teams gives us a spark with the block punt, and then we go on to score 41 points. If you just look at that score in the box score, you're like, man, they played pretty good on offense. And we did, but we'd like to start faster. And, when you play, like from here on out, it's playoff teams. That's who you're playing. It's playoff teams from here on out. And you've got to we can't have those drive stallers early in the game. We got to just go play fast from the beginning and go make plays. But if that's not happening, you can also go, hey, look, if one side of the ball is struggling or one unit is struggling, the other unit's going to be there to pick them up. And that's what happened right there. And that's why, at practice, we do so much, good on good, where it's the one offense versus the one defense. And that just helps each unit out, because you're getting a good look in practice, so that when you get to the game, it's going to be just as good or hopefully better than what you're seeing in the game. So we try to make that happen in practice, so that when we get to the game on Friday night, the speed of the game doesn't overwhelm us.
All right, Coach. Winners last week in the region were Carver, Crisp, and Thomasville. This week's schedule, Dougherty will be at Carver, Columbus will be at Monroe, and the Dogs travel to Cordele to face the Crisp County Cougars. Coach, 7:30 kickoff up in Cordele, and you mentioned a while ago, you win, you wrap up the number 2 spot, and that's exactly how we want to go in with a win.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like this is to me is just like the week that we played Tift. I mean, we're fixing going in an open date and then into the new season, where everything still continues to matter, but you want that good taste in your mouth going in. You want that win going into that open week, so that you can work on, fix things you need to fix, knowing that you just got a big win going into the playoffs. You also know that, hey, with this win, we get to play at least one more game at Veterans Memorial Stadium, and that's where you want to play playoff games at.
That's right. If you look at Chris statistically, Coach, they're hanging their hat on their defense.
Oh man, they're solid on defense. They get after it. They're very opportunistic. They fly around to the football, try to make big plays, and for us offensively, everybody's got to understand we've got to do our job. We've got to establish that run. We've got to catch balls in traffic, and then we've got to break tackles and go score. I mean, and those are some things that from last Friday night that I was pleased with, knowing that we're about to get in. If we win last Friday night, we get in the playoffs. But just watching us offensively, hey, we caught some balls, we broke some tackles, we scored. We broke tackles in the run game, we went and scored. Defensively, we're flying around the first level, the second level, third level defensively. They're all playing off each other with a lot of confidence and a lot of energy, to where if you watch our guys, their hand signals and stuff, they're talking on the defensive side of the ball continuously. And there's, the back end knows what the linebackers are doing. The linebackers know what the D-line's doing and where they fit and where they're supposed to go. And that's how you're moving in that right direction. That's why we're playing so good on that side of the ball right now. Now, we've got to maintain that and just get better every week, and that's what practice is for. But, we want to go into this week, and we want to play better this week than we played last week. And that's the whole goal. You want to just continue to get better each week.
All right, 7:30 kickoff up in Cordele as the Dogs face the Crisp County Cougars, wrapping up the regular season, getting ready to go into the playoffs. And Coach, it's really a playoff type football game. They need a playoff crowd up there.
Yeah, I mean that's what this is. It's I told the kids Sunday, or if we remember back to last year, when we played Chris, it was a 1 versus a 4. Really playing Chris this week, and it just depending on how it all falls out, it's pretty much a 2 and a 3 seed, which is what our first round of the playoffs is hopefully going to be. So it doesn't happen very often like this, where you get an opportunity in Game 10 to play a playoff game and feel what a playoff game should feel like, and that's what this is for us. It's just like we talked with the kids last week. We treat it as a must-win situation, and that's where we're at. That's what playoff games are. They're must-win. You must win, and that's how we're trying to treat everything this week. And we're really excited about it, and we just want that opportunity to get up there and go show what Thomasville football is, and get the opportunity to go 1-0.
All right, Coach, Coach and I'll be back next week with the highlights of that game.